What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Aviation. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. And today, a very exciting model review for you all. Today, we'll be taking a look at the GeminiJets 1:400 scale American Airlines Airbus A321 in the America West livery. So very cool to round out our special liveries here on the 321, excluding the US Airways, of course, which will Gemini ever do it? We'll see. Probably need to request it to them. That's probably not a bad idea at the start. But nevertheless, this is really cool to finish out our legacy US Airways heritage deliveries. That's what I'm going for. So anyway, yeah, really cool that they were able to get them out so fast and overall looking really sharp. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started here with the box, everybody. So you have the 25th anniversary, despite this being well into 2024. I think they just made a few too many of them probably, but here it is. So cool to always see that. Made for collectors by collectors. CGI, American Airlines A321. So of course they've done Allegheny, PSA, Piedmont, and America West. America West came last. I think this was in the September, October release. I think October. The 2024 release, regardless of the case. Let's take a look at the pamphlet here, so feel free to pause to read all that information and specifications of this very impressive airplane. And there's the inside there where you can find where the aircraft will sit if you have it in the box. But what's the point of having it in the box when you can display it? And that's exactly what we're going to do here. There'll probably be a time where I won't be able to display all of my collection depending on what accommodations look like for my situation down the road, so definitely want to display them while I have the opportunity to do that. So that's exactly what we have here with this America West A321. This is one of my favorite US legacy liveries for sure. This one and PSA are my two favorites, although I think they all look really nice. I'm not personally the biggest fan of Allegheny, but it's definitely not bad. So anyway, though, this is a very nice model. They did a really good job on it, and as we've talked about with the IAE molds on these Airbus aircraft for Gemini, if they maximize the livery and do their best on the color and all that, these aircraft typically honestly turn out pretty good. So we'll go ahead and get the one small con out of the way here in the front, and we'll just go ahead and get into all of what this aircraft has to offer here in the 1:400 scale. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started. So we have the cockpit windows up here at the front, along with the nose cone right here as well. Here you got the panel, which is also looking very strong right there. And then you got the antenna here on the top as well. So that's looking very strong. Here's the L1 door, looking very nice as well. You get the lever and the window piece, all that looks really sharp, so certainly great to see that. And then you got A321 right here as well, so all that's really nice. Now, of course, America West, they were a legacy carrier with quite a few flights out of Phoenix. I believe they also had a hub at Columbus at one point, and they may have had one other major establishment. But yeah, definitely no one over there in the West Coast. They really are what got that Phoenix operation started at American. Now you operate today, so it's really cool to think about how all that came to be. So as a result of the West Coast vibes, they obviously had this teal color, so that's what you can find, and also that orange cheat line, which we'll get a better look at on the actual logo itself. So I think the color mesh is really nice. They had a couple of different liveries, so it's fun to see those. Some of the previous liveries had a little bit more of the teal, but when they moved over to the more Airbus fleet, they had some of these. I don't know if they ever had orders for 321s, but I know they had several A319s and A320s they took delivery of. So if you see those Alpha Whiskey prefix A320s for American, those are the legacy America West aircraft, and the US ones are the US. So kind of cool to think about that. And if you see some other goofy ones, American has some secondhand ones from Frontier and a couple of other airlines. So that's your little Airbus rundown for the fleet, and then Shotcut ones are all legacy American. But yeah, the nose, obviously, the shapes, yeah, but what can you do about it? And then you got the nose landing gear door as well. Good detail. The tilt is just right on that. They did a really good job utilizing their mold to the fullest potential. So really happy about how that turned out. You got the antenna here at the front, and then you got the L1 door as well that we talked about. Here's the American Airlines billboard titles, which seem small, but I think they're the right size, so that's nice to see. You just got a panel detail down there as well. I still just can't believe that NG has not took on any of the heritage delivery aircraft. I don't know if it's because they think it's licensing or what it is, but they haven't done like TWA, Reno Air. The only ones they've done are the Chrome American livery and Astrojet. We have not got any of the legacy US Airways ones, so it's been quite interesting, but they've certainly took on Stand Cancer and Flagship Valor, so I guess maybe they feel a little bit less threatened by those, or who knows what the reason is behind all that. But regardless of the case, that is the current situation. But anyway, this is all looking really sharp right here. You got the IAE engines, which I was just highlighting. And yeah, these turned out just as good as what Gemini usually does. It's just those CFMs that get a little atrocious at times. Hence why you don't see me buy very many of them. And you know, that's not to downplay, you know, the efforts of Gemini for releasing all the aircraft that they do and whatnot. It's just simply a reality of the situation that there typically are better alternatives out there for the CFMs. But the IAEs are certainly tolerable, and this aircraft is very nice. So getting some different views of it. You get the America West logo right there as well in the wing root, so all that looks really sharp on this particular frame. You get the L2 door there as well, and plenty of passenger windows there in the middle. These aircraft typically sit about 190 people. I think it might be 196 for American. I'm not exactly sure, but somewhere in that range, 180, 190. But anyway, yeah, it's cool to see that orange cheat line there on the engine as well, so that's pretty sweet. But yeah, wing details really great, very comparable. You could argue that it starts to work towards NG with regards to the indentations on the flap slats, speed brakes, so really good job by them. They've really elevated in that department over time, so that's been nice to see. You also have the fin step there as well, which is really cool, and I love how they have the little America West logo on it, so that's nice. We'll get a better look here in a moment at the tail. Here's the L3 door, as you would expect, standard details. We finally do pick up some new details here besides the white fuselage, as we finally have kind of a tan brown color. I'm not exactly sure what you'd want to call it. Maybe even a silver or a really light gray that kind of starts streaking across the aircraft, so that's pretty cool. Got another antenna followed by a Wi-Fi box and the last antenna there as well, so certainly very nice to put all the pieces together on that. The registration of this aircraft's number 580 Uniform Whiskey, so that's quite nice as well. And then, of course, you got the L4 door, so definitely happy to see that. And the streaks continue all the way to the back, where then you're going to find the original streaks there on the America West tail. So this is what their final tail looked like, and it was pretty sweet. So you got the orange A there, which is kind of more like a circle, and W obviously really stood out. So yeah, it's looking very strong. Overall, they did a really good job piecing that all together, so it looks really sharp. Horizontal stabilizers look nice as well, along with the APU. And all the details one would expect. So yeah, none of this is plastic back here as well. It's all nice and firm metal. So we absolutely love to see that. And yeah, definitely exactly what you'd want out of a model aircraft. Antennas obviously look just slightly big at times. I mean, it could be because I got a CRJ 900 with it recently, but I just don't know why, but that antenna is really standing out there in the front. But yeah, it's still nice to have those aerials, and they're definitely important details. So the right side of the aircraft has similar details. However, you can find a baggage door and some different panel detail right there. And the second one, very easy to see. And then you also have the luggage door, which can be found right under that registration. Otherwise, it is an exact mimic from the left side of the aircraft. Let's go ahead and take a look at the top, which is very nice. There's the details. You got some beautiful teal on there as well, so all that came to be very nicely, so happy to see that. Bottom of the aircraft's very nice as well. You got the stand hole, all the details, so definitely they did a good job piecing it all together on this aircraft. You also got the registration numbers right here as well, so very cool to see the small attention to detail. It certainly makes a difference, and yeah, very noticeable. So happy to see that, and overall looking very strong for this aircraft. So yeah, this is a really good one to add to the collection. I would certainly recommend at least getting one of the Heritage A321s if you're looking for one. I think they're very nice. Gemini did a really good job, and I don't have much confidence that NG is going to do it anytime soon. So if you're looking for one, definitely get it here in the near future. And I hope Gemini will opt to do another normal livery A321 with both fence tips and sharklets. We are definitely in need of a re-release at this point. So hopefully they will get after that, because yeah, we definitely as a community need another opportunity to get that. We've had plenty of Neos now, so hopefully they'll do the 321s again, because it is time for those. But as of for this particular aircraft, it's a very nice one. I would highly recommend it if you're in the market for a A321. Really nice livery. Obviously, America West merged with US Airways in 2005, so it was quite some time ago already. But you know, it was a great run for them. 20 years ago was a long time. I was not old enough to remember, but I'm sure many of you were, and you can definitely leave comments below what you think, and I would love to hear what you think about the model as well. Overall, it's a good one, and definitely glad to feature it here in the collection today. With all that being said, that'll do it for today's video, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. My name is Red Dead Aviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Just process. Do you love and love you do. My name is Red Dead Aviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as Red Dead Aviation is signing off.